All right, so it has been a week and a half since George Floyd has been murdered by the police, and a lot of things has changed since then. We're recording this on Thursday, June 4th of 2020. And it's really important for me to say the date when we're recording these so you know where everything is at, because context is everything right now, right? And another thing that you're seeing right now is you're seeing a lot of Black Lives Matter posters or spray paint on white businesses, white-owned businesses, and they'll have BLM or Justice for George, and it's at this point it's a question now. I think that some of you may be having, and I've heard some people say this, and I'm going to speak to it. It's very convenient right now for a business to say Black Lives Matter, and I want to speak to white convenience in general. I recently got an email from the chief programming executive and general manager of PBS Digital Studios. When the thing went down with College Behind Bars, and I called out Twin Cities Public Television for trying to have a conversation about prison and education without talking about race, the top white brass reached out to me, and it's interesting. I've been in these situations a lot. There was one time when I was in middle school, and a white teacher had slapped my friend, and then she punched me in the stomach. And I think they terminated her job, but all the top white brass wanted to talk to us and tell us how much they valued us at the school. And so it seems like there's a pattern here, right? Where the conversation is happening after the fact as opposed to before. And I think it's interesting to point it out. And I know it might seem a little odd or a little bit condemning just to say, hey, you guys got Black Lives Matter posters now. Why didn't you have them before? And it's a great question. And I don't think we want to punish anybody for posting that Black Lives Matter now. For me personally, I think it's important to hold them accountable going forward, right? Like you have it up now. Great, you got there. Now do the work moving forward. And what that looks like for white people and white media outlets and white-owned businesses, I don't know. I'm not white. I don't own a media outlet with, mostly all white males at the top, and I don't own a business, or a brick and mortar business. So I don't know what that's like. And I think it's really important that they do the work going forward. Because wouldn't it be horrible if all these signs go down, all the sentiments leave, and then a year from now, there's another George Floyd, and then they got to put them all back up again. And I get back to the sentiment I talked about earlier. For a lot of white people, and I'm speaking to you directly, these may have been flashes in the pan or moments in your life where you had to talk about it, or you considered talking about it. Whereas for black folk, for me, it's our lives. And we don't really get the opportunity to pick and choose when we want to have the conversation, or pick and choose when we want to, see black bodies laid out in the street that are killed by cops. We just turn on the internet, boom, it's advertised right away. Your body's expendable. And as a white person, I don't know if that's ever happened to you. I can't speak to your experience, but I will say I don't believe it's ever happened in the way that it's happened to black people. And so when we talk about white convenience, it's convenient to reach out to people now. I don't think we should punish it, but I think we should hold them accountable going forward. It didn't matter then. Why does it matter now? And it better matter in the future. As for my experience, it's odd because this thing goes back and forth with the media outlet thing, and it happened a year ago, and here we are, it's happening again. And that for me, that really was kind of the end of it, because I don't got the time to wait around for it, and I don't want to invest in something that's continually let me down. And the conversation was never really something that seemed authentic on their end. But I really hope these businesses are being authentic on their end. Like, this is a really powerful, awesome opportunity for white people to really assess themselves and take inventory on what are their thoughts, feelings, and actions that are being tacitly complicit to white supremacy. I think this is like a super cathartic moment for them to actually look into that and continue the work. Like really, really look into themselves and figure out, hey, am I checking out? Did I just go golfing and not think about anything, like race-wise at all? Maybe. And so that's something that's important that's happening right now. And so I do think it's very, I think it's I'm coin this phrase, I think it's white convenience that's happening right now. However, I don't think it's, punishable or totally absurd. I think it's happening for a reason, and it would be horrible if white-owned businesses are only saying Black Lives Matter on their boarded-up storefronts because they don't want people to break them. And I really would hope that's not the case, right? So that's just what I wanted to speak to right now, because I think a lot of people were thinking it, and I got some comments and questions on it as well, and I just wanted to speak straight to it. What do you think about that? Like when you see, nobody has spray painted white-owned business, please do not break throughout this. I've yet to see a board that has that spray paint on it. I have seen black-owned, I have seen minority-owned, and that is for a specific reason. I think that those are going up there. Nobody has said, this is a white media outlet, please don't break our windows. So it's this communication, this exchange is happening for a reason. I'm curious to know what you think about it. Again, just gonna keep the daily vlog going and moving. Any questions that you have, please put them in the comments below. And yeah, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're healthy, and I hope you're getting some good sleep. We'll see you in the next one.